guess I'll just start.
This here is a podcast.
This here is a podcast. It's called Toriyama Time, or at least that's the working title we've got. We're going to be going through the Dragon Ball series. Hopefully all the way through Z and whatever they're on now.
A super?
Super, yeah.
And
maybe some bonus episodes. We'll check out some other things that Akira Toriyama's done. Like Dragon Quest.
Forgot that even had an anime.
I don't think it's an anime. I think it's just we just look at the game.
I mean, I know it has a game, definitely.
But that's sort of the purpose of this this podcast. But right now we just kind of watched the first 3 episodes. We're probably going to watch about 3 episodes an episode. Kind of weird to say that.
3 episodes an episode.
Yeah, and just sort of talk about them, and maybe talk about, other things that may have inspired those episodes, or that those episodes inspired. I definitely have a lot to talk about the Journey to the West, which people may or may not know. It was definitely a heavy inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Journey to the West, so you're you got me here.
But let's start out episode 1. Don't remember what it's called.
You know what? I got the page open. Hold on.
Yeah.
The secret of something Dragon Ball. Hold on. The Secret of the Dragon Balls.
Okay. Yeah, it's just The Secret of the Dragon Balls. Episode 1. And we're introduced to Goku. Son Goku, who is a little boy with a monkey tail, who's very strong.
I think the secret of the Dragon Balls is that he is raised by a Dragon Ball, apparently.
Well, no, he had a grandpa, and his grandpa died, and his grandpa's most treasured possession was a Dragon Ball.
That talks to him.
But Goku, yeah, Goku doesn't know what a Dragon Ball is, so he's just like, oh, it's just an orb that my grandpa left me, and also it's my grandpa sometimes.
Just some weirdo living in the woods and mountains, talking to animals, and listening to an announcer say the word radical.
Yeah. The announcer does introduce that Goku has been living in the mountains with his grandpa. His grandpa found him in the mountains. Doesn't say where or how, just that he was out in the mountains and grandpa found him and took him in and raised him and then died.
What a great legacy.
Yep. And his grandpa's name was Gohan.
Right. I remember.
Which is
don't
important for later in the series.
Yeah. I don't remember that in this episode. I must have missed that, but I just remember that in general from Dragon Ball Z, I think.
Yep. His grandpa's name was Gohan.
And he named his kid Gohan.
Yep. But that's
really confusing.
That's much later when he's an adult.
Yep. Right now I'm not going to get too far ahead of it. But
yeah, right now he's pissing in the river and catching giant fish. with his piss.
In this, yep.
Oh no, with his tail. He was fishing with his tail.
Yep. Yeah, with his piss.
And there's a giant fish, and he catches the fish.
Yeah, my favorite part of this is that right before he gets to the fish, he just casually gets an apple off a tree, and then Looney Tunes runs away from some saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. Like the first half of this episode is just Goku in the woods, just doing antics.
He's just Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Bugs Monkey.
And then a woman shows up in a car. And Goku thinks that the car is a monster. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about Goku's voice actor. So in the English dub, Goku as a child is voiced by someone other than Chris. Oh, what's his name? The guy who voices adult Goku.
I don't know, man. I googled it. I don't know.
Sean Schemmel. Yes.
Schemmel.
Sean Schemmel voices Goku in the English dub of Dragon Ball Z, and Stephanie Nadolny voices him in the original Dragon Ball when he's a kid. Goku in Japanese has had the same voice actor since Dragon Ball first aired.
How old is that guy?
She's a woman.
Okay.
Masako Nozawa has voiced Goku and Gohan since their inception in the anime. And she's got kind of a cult following in Japan, as just, the woman who voices Goku.
All right.
It
works for the character apparently.
I was looking up stuff about like the voice actors, and I was surprised to find out that they never changed voice actors for him. He's just always been voiced by the same person.
There's a couple series do that, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime has been voiced by the same guy.
No shit. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Optimus Prime is always voiced by Peter Cullen.
I just thought they did a really good impression.
No, yeah. Even in like stuff like really low budget shit that you would think like, they didn't get Peter Cullen for that. No, they got him. He's always voicing Optimus Prime.
Guess he gets paid, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe he's still around.
Huh.
Yeah. He's 81 years old and he's still voicing Optimus Prime.
God, when he goes, it's just gonna be they're not gonna retire the character, but man, how do you replace that?
Exactly. Same with Goku. How are they gonna replace Goku's voice actor in Japan?
They'll do GT2. Just a new kid version.
Yeah. So yeah. Bulma shows up in a car.
Car gets knocked over. Goku goes to beat up car. Bulma shoots Goku, who is apparently a bulletproof child.
Yeah. She fucking shoots him. And he's apparently bulletproof?
Yep. I didn't know that was a thing, or at least I assumed it would take longer.
Yeah. Yeah. And he doesn't know what a car is. He thinks that it's a monster. And it takes a while for Bulma to explain that it's not a monster.
Wonders where her tail is.
Uh-huh.
Casually.
Which is weird. Did his grandpa have a tail?
Good question.
Because like he assumes that everybody has a tail. But did his grandpa have a tail?
That didn't even cross my mind. Yeah, his grandpa might have a tail.
I feel like he said that his grandpa didn't have a tail at some point. He said that, but I don't remember.
Maybe, I don't know. It's used as an excuse to be incredibly horny, which this show is.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks under Bulma's skirt, I believe, and wonders where her tail is.
Yep. It kind of looks more like just a long shirt.
Yeah.
What? Let me go back.
You've watched this more recently than I have.
Yeah. It's just like a long pink shirt that says Bulma on it.
Yeah.
And it's got like a belt tied around it.
And so Goku obviously can't read because he asks what Bulma's name is. And and then she tells him it's Bulma, and then he laughs and says that's a dumb name.
All right, Goku.
And then Bulma's like, "Well, your name's weird too."
How old is she at this point? I think she says, but I can't remember.
I believe she's a teenager.
I'd be like, I don't know, 14 or some shit, probably.
She's like between 14 and 16. I don't remember. But she definitely acts younger than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it turns out that she's tracking Dragon Balls.
As she does.
Yeah. I believe she already has one.
And the reason she wants a damn Dragon Ball is because she wants a boyfriend.
Yes, she wants to wish for a boyfriend. Because something we forgot to mention is that the voiceover narration in the beginning said that the Dragon Balls, if you gather all of them together, you can make a wish. And Bulma wants to gather all the Dragon Balls to wish for a boyfriend.
Could just wish for like anything else. I mean,
yep.
I don't remember how this pans out. I haven't seen Dragon Ball in forever. But
I believe through cultural osmosis, I do remember a character at one point uses the Dragon Balls to wish for a pair of panties.
Oh my god! that you know what? I wouldn't put it past this in these 3 episodes. That tracks.
Yeah. So. I believe Bulma convinces Goku to come with her on the Dragon Ball journey because he doesn't want to just like give away his Dragon Ball to somebody he's never.
His grandpa.
Yeah, because it's. Like sometimes he calls it his grandpa, and sometimes he's like, yeah, this is my grandpa's last possession that he gave me.
It's very unclear.
But he doesn't want to give away the Dragon Ball to somebody he just met, and Bulma's like, well, you are bulletproof, so you could probably be useful on this trip that I'm going on.
Let's talk about an understatement.
So they start journeying together,
and it cuts the friggin' little blue dude, Emperor Pilaf, and
oh yeah,
his minion the dog guy and the lady whose names I can't remember.
Yes, and Emperor Pilaf wants the Dragon Balls.
And I don't even remember entirely what happened in this scene, other than he gets a Dragon Ball, and then he gets exposition to for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, he gets exposition to by the dog man, who is his minion.
Yep.
One of two of his minions.
He's a real powerful guy. Got a hole too.
Yeah, he wants the Dragon Balls so that he can take over the world.
A much more, worthy wish. Just saying.
Yeah. He wants the Dragon Balls so that he can have the power to take over the world. He's not going to wish for world domination. He's going to wish for the power to dominate the world.
At least I hope. I think he said I think he said he wants to wish to rule the world, which.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, sure.
And then he farts.
Yeah, every time
and he
gets
blames it
excited.
on he farts and he blames it on the dog. Which is
Seems like
a common thing to do.
Seems like classic Japanese humor. Just gonna be honest here.
And then I believe he walks across the room to press a button that opens a trap door in the floor for the dog to fall into. Or something like that.
Over the course of this, I kind of wondered to myself, the dog, I kind of get it. He serves, Pilaf because he's just a gigantic wimp. But why is the lady following him around? She seems like she's got it together.
There's also a lady here, and she seems a lot more competent than the dog. But I feel like later on we learn that is not the case. Because they're all very incompetent.
Yes, they are.
I don't remember what comes of that conversation.
Exposition.
Is that when they choose to go out to fly out to the boneyard area?
I think they work on that, but at some point we get back to Bulma.
No, I think
and
that
Goku.
happens. I think that happens in the second episode.
Yeah, I think that's the second episode. I think we get back to Bulma and Goku next, and they're getting attacked by a giant pterodactyl.
Yeah, and then the pterodactyl grabs Bulma and flies off, and Goku uses a motorcycle. Oh, we forgot to mention that Bulma has these little capsules that turn into things.
Just, whatever. Genius stuff.
Yeah, it's just like she pulls out a capsule, she clicks it and throws it on the ground, and then poof, there's a motorcycle. And that's what they've been using. And then Goku uses the motorcycle to ramp off of a rock.
Having never seen a car,
yeah,
he uses a motorcycle, which is significantly more difficult to use than a car.
Exactly. It's fine. He saw Bulma using it. Yep. And then he uses it to ramp off of a rock and gets a ton of height out of it, and then jumps off the motorcycle, and uses his big extendo staff to whack the pterodactyl over the head. While he's in the air.
Yeah. Somewhere in here was where I either remembered because they literally did it, or realized I had forgotten. Oh, do the dinosaurs talk later? I don't remember if they do or not. I don't
think the dinosaur talks in this one.
He didn't mind.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he fucking talks. I wrote it down because I was so shocked. I was like, what the fuck?
The dinosaur that's eating people also talks?
Yeah. He asked the dinosaur, "Are you a friend of Bulma's?" And then he laughs at him, and he says, "Yep, that's it."
Yeah. So he hits the pterodactyl over the head with his extendo staff, which is one of the first like big references to Journey to the West. I mean, the first one is that his name is Son Goku, which is very similar to Sun Wukong, from Journey to the West, the Monkey King. But the Monkey King in Journey to the West also has a staff that can extend to an infinite length. And I don't think Goku's staff can actually extend infinitely. I believe it's called his power pole.
I genuinely don't remember.
I
feel like this has come up.
I don't think he ever uses it to like extend infinitely, but it does extend very long.
Casually just jump across the world like pogo stick. He does use it later, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely uses it to pole vault a lot. But he didn't use it in this context. He used the motorcycle instead. But he kills the pterodactyl. It's not like a cartoon like, oh, he knocks it over the head and it's got stars. No, he fucking kills it. It's dead.
Shit, I don't even remember that. He fucking kills it.
Yeah.
It's a damn.
He actually like breaks the fin on the back of his head, I think, with his staff when he hits him. I was like, that guy's skull is broken.
He's just a dead man.
Yeah. And then I forget how he lands.
Stick?
Well, like Bulma lands somehow, right?
Yeah.
And then he just lands normally, but like Bulma has to do something, and I don't remember. Anyway,
he throws the stick at her.
Oh yeah, he throws his power pole and like catches her like into the side of a cliff.
Yeah, he just
like
casually
cartoon
lands on the ground.
cartoon style, and then he just kind of lands on the ground from like a 50-foot jump.
Yeah.
And then Bulma pees.
Is that what that was? I was wondering.
Yes.
I was sitting there looking at it. I'm like, what is that? I thought maybe she was crying or something.
There's sparkles coming down.
Yeah.
Like, and then the camera pans up, and they're coming from between her legs.
Oh, jeez.
And she's peeing. All right.
What a show.
Oh, I remember watching this episode and being like, God, there's a lot of piss and farting.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that amount of just... I just wasn't. I wasn't at all anything like it. Just crude humor, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Currently our piss counter is at 2. And it's the first episode.
It's got 1 on farts, 2 on pissing. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Goku did it in the river too. They made a point to mention he was going to.
Yep.
It's just like, yep, that's what I'm doing right now. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We've gotten ourselves into something.
Yeah. Um, I don't remember much about episode 2, but episode 3 is very memorable.
Episode 1 left a big impression.
Yeah.
Episode 3 left a big impression. 2, I similarly.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm browsing through it right now. This is the one where like he keeps trying to take a bath with her. That's the main plot point here, and then the boneyard thing.
Okay.
Those are episode
Okay.
2.
I remember the boneyard part. I don't remember him trying to take a bath. I do remember
She
at
gives
some
him
point
a bath.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's taking the bath.
they do set up the like cabin out there.
Yeah.
In this episode. Okay. I thought that happened in the next episode.
And Goku's dick is just casually out.
Yep.
Yep.
So Japan has a weird thing about like censorship where like children's genitals don't need to be censored. Like you can show children's genitals on TV and it's fine. Which is really weird.
Yeah.
Because like this I've seen like child dick just on display in anime before. JoJo part 3 has a scene with just child Polnareff's dick.
All right, cool. I think Shin-Chan did something like that too, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, children's genitals are not subject to.
Yeah.
I guess because they're not considered sexual.
Well, yeah, because they're figuring most people are normal people, and they're not going to think of them that way. Which,
yeah,
I mean that's fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's just unusual to us here Westerners.
So yeah, Bulma. I believe the beginning of the episode has Bulma setting up a cabin with a capsule. Just she uses another capsule and poof, there's a cabin there.
Didn't she have like a little for lack of a better word, like a cigarette box full of these little capsules?
Yeah. She has like a little carrying case full of these little capsules.
Yeah, like one of those old timey flip open. There's a band in it, and there's a couple of capsules.
Yeah,
and this, would be cigarettes back in like 1930 or some shit.
Yeah. So she does that. There's magically running water in it.
Oh shit! Okay. So there's a part that comes up after this whole washing bit, where like she washes him, she takes a bath. He's like, "Hey, why am I not washing you?" etc. And then we get to the part where Pilaf blames him farting on the dog guy.
Oh, is that where it is? Okay.
Yep. And then like grabs him with robot hands and is about to chainsaw him in half unless he admits he did it.
Oh yeah, that's what the button across the room does.
Yep.
Because he doesn't like press a button next to his throne. He gets up off of his throne, walks up past the dog across the room, and presses the button on the opposite wall.
Yep. Like, way the hell over there. He has to run over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and he specifically remarks, like, I should probably put this on the other side of the room.
Like, move some furniture or something, man.
Yeah.
And then breaks out a chainsaw and says, "Hey, if you don't admit you farted, I'm going to cut you in half." It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, obviously, the dog...
the dog
says he did
that
it.
he farted.
Yep. He says, "Yep, I farted. It wasn't you at all." Because in that situation, anybody would.
Yeah. You're just admitting to farting.
Yeah. It really isn't that big a deal.
And then this is when the woman comes in and says, hey, our scouts found a Dragon Ball somewhere. And then they were coming on their way back. They crash landed. And now we have to go get it.
Cool.
And so they get in a plane and they go off. And then I believe Goku at this point is gonna go look for food because Bulma is hungry and he's hungry.
And he doesn't want the vegetables or whatever she has. Something because he's a kid. He wants good shit. He doesn't want the vegetables. Ew, gross.
Yeah.
He chases the plane.
They're like eating. They're like eating dinner, and Goku's like, "This stuff sucks. I want to go. I want to go eat some meat."
Yep, exactly. He's just, this sucks.
And so he goes out to hunt for food because that's how he would normally get food.
I know this is scatterbrained a little, but I was looking at my notes. There's this part when Bulma gives him a shower, and she thinks to herself, maybe all guys have tails, since she's never seen a guy naked.
I forgot about that part.
I wrote it down because I was like, who the hell thinks this?
Yeah, and that's where we learn that his grandpa didn't have a tail because she she says, "Oh, so all guys don't have tails."
Okay, there it is.
Because your grandpa didn't have a tail.
Gotcha. All right.
Yep.
We're all caught up now.
Everything's coming together.
Yep.
So Goku sees a plane flying overhead, and he's like, "Oh, that's a big bird.
I'm gonna eat that fucking bird."
And so he chases after the big bird, and the plane lands in like this big boneyard area where there's tons of bones everywhere, and Emperor Pilaf and his two henchmen come out, and they're all spooked out because there's creepy bones everywhere. And then there are also wolves, I believe. There's a bunch of wolves, and they get chased by a bunch of wolves.
And Goku jumps down in there, and he's like, "You're not getting this bird. This is my bird."
Yeah. And then the wolves attack, and they fly off in the plane. But Goku's like, "All right, I'm just gonna eat this wolf then." He kills one of the wolves, and he starts cooking it.
Just
and
kicks some wolf ass and casually just eats him.
Yeah, and there's like a scene at the end of the episode where he's cooking. He's like cartoon roasting the wolf on a spit, and he goes to Bulma and he's like, "Hey, do you want some?" And she's like, "No, that's gross."
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
Oh, apparently not quite.
No?
No, there's another bit that
There's another bit?
out. Yeah. There's one little bit before they encounter the turtle that they save.
Oh, in the same episode. Right, okay. Yeah, that sets up the next episode. Okay, so they go to bed.
Yep.
Goku is laying in bed with Bulma and like notices that there's something that's not where it's supposed to be. And he starts like patting Bulma's crotch.
She's missing her front tail, and he's confused about it.
And he takes off her panties and starts screaming about how her balls are missing.
And how... First of all, how do you not know this? That they're off.
Your grandpa never told you?
And then secondly, how does she not feel the difference?
Yeah.
Come on, we've all taken them off. We know.
And then Bulma wakes up and she's like, "Oh no, the Dragon Balls are missing." And she goes to like find them and goes, "Oh, they're here. That's fine." You really scared me there.
Because he screamed about her balls missing, and she thought the Dragon Balls. Yep.
Yes, he screams, Bulma, your balls are missing," and she goes and checks on the Dragon Balls because she thinks that he was talking about the Dragon Balls. Yep. I don't know how this is translated in Japanese.
No, I don't either. I gotta imagine there's a lot of editorializing going on.
Yeah, I feel like maybe there's a similar thing, like a similar play on words going on.
There's definitely a dirty joke happening.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's your balls are missing.
Maybe.
So then they pack up and leave. Well, apparently they don't pack up enough.
Yeah.
So they save a turtle from something. I don't remember what he's being attacked by. But it definitely talks.
Talking turtle. He saves it from.
No. I don't remember what the turtle's being attacked by, but it's something that talks, and it's like, is it a bear? It's something, and it's talking about how it's going to eat the turtle, and then it says like, oh well, I don't think humans taste very good, but I'm not picky about what I eat, and then he attacks Goku, and Goku just kicks his ass.
Yeah.
Like, handily.
The kid's a mutant.
Yeah. And the turtle is like, "Thanks. If you help me get to the coast, I'll give you something in return." And Bulma's like, "We can't help out this turtle. We'd be going in the exact wrong direction that we need to go." And Goku's like, this guy needs help. I'm not gonna just sit around and let him experience the dangers of the world alone. And so they end up helping the turtle. And then the next episode is them going to the shore with the turtle.
And finding a... Yeah. They head to the shore. Shoot. Roshi comes out to them, right?
Yes. So what happens is, this is kind of a beach episode. Because they go out to the shore. They go out to the coast, and they're like, "All right, turtle, where's our reward?" And then the turtle goes, "All right, I have to go get him, or I have to go get it. I'll be back in a couple hours."
Yeah,
and
just wait here.
Just wait here. And the turtle goes, and then Goku and Bulma spend some time just kind of hanging out on the beach. And I think we get some, like, backstory.
I don't even remember. It must not have left an impression.
I think this is when we learn that Bulma wants to wish for a boyfriend.
I think that might have been the first episode. In any case, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really
Eventually-
matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's an old man riding the turtle coming back. And he also has a turtle shell on his back. But he's wearing... He's like bald. He's got a big white kind of like wizard beard.
As you
He's
do.
got like a walking stick and a turtle shell, and then he's wearing like sandals and shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. and like aviator shades.
He's just a pretty cool old man.
Yeah. And it kind of talks like this.
Exactly. He has stereotypical old man voice.
One of my favorite voices in Dragon Ball is Master Roshi's voice.
You know what? Yeah, I can see it. It's not a bad voice.
But yeah, the turtle is like, "Hey, Master, these people are the ones that saved me. You should give them gifts." And Master Roshi's like, "All right, I'll give them this Dragon Ball." And he's just got a Dragon Ball around his neck.
He tries to summon a magic carpet first.
Yeah, he's well. First of all, he gives the Dragon Ball to Bulma. After no. First he's like, I'm gonna give them the magic carpet. Oh wait,
That doesn't work.
no. He says, oh wait, no, I sold it. All right. Well, I have something. I have something else. But you might not be able to use it. And then he calls down, a magic cloud. And it's a magic golden cloud.
Who only pure of heart people can ride.
Yeah.
So of course, when he tries to step on it, it knows he's dirty and he falls right through it.
Yeah. And the turtle's like, "Oh no, Master! Have you been indulging again?"
He's a perfect dirty old man stereotype.
Yeah. And then Goku gets on it and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can use this just fine." And then Bulma gets on it and she can't either. She just falls through. So Goku is the only one who can use it. This is also a reference to Journey to the West.
All right.
Sun Wukong also rides on a cloud. And none of his traveling companions can use the cloud. It's not because he's pure of heart, though. It's just because it's something that only works for him. But then Bulma is like, yeah, Bulma wants something, and she's like, "Can I have that Dragon Ball?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know." And then she flashes him.
I wrote down, here's my exact notes.
Okay.
Bulma whores out for undetermined gift. Also, no underwear, question mark? Yep. How do you not notice that? My exact notes on that moment.
Yeah, okay. So she doesn't ask for the Dragon Ball. She asks for a gift. And then she flashes him. And then he's like, "Okay, you can have the Dragon Ball." And then
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. And then on their way back, or when they get back to the place, to their little cabin, she figures out that she wasn't wearing underwear at the time.
Yeah, that's when she figures it out.
Yep.
Oh, and during all this, Pilaf was like raiding Roshi's house on the island.
Oh yeah. So the Pilaf and crew found out that Roshi had a Dragon Ball, and so they went to his house on his little island while he was away, and they broke into his house, and they were looking around for it, and they couldn't find it because he had it on him and he gave it away.
Just for being flashed.
And then I'm pretty sure he comes back while they're still there, and he goes, "Get out of my house!"
Something like that.
Oh yeah. He says, they're like, "Give us the Dragon Ball, old man," and he's like, "Oh, that? I gave it to some kids out on the beach." And they're like, "What the fuck?
Who just gives away a goddamn Dragon Ball?"
I have a kitty.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild ride, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
There's a lot of stuff that went on in those 3 episodes. Most of it horny and farts, but
Yeah. And pissing.
Yeah, pissing, farts, and horniness. And then, heck, there was only like 1 fight scene throughout that entire... Well, no, there was 2. He fought the wolves, and he murdered the wolves, and he murdered a dinosaur.
Yeah, and he murdered a bear.
I forgot all about the bear. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 fight scenes, and they consist of, like, Goku hitting something over the head and it dying immediately.
At some point, he's going to have to fight somebody that doesn't die immediately. I'm wondering what it's going to be. I don't know what the first thing is.
Yeah. I do know that he hasn't met most of his crew yet. So,
he's got Nimbus now, though, so that's cool.
If it's anything like Journey to the West, he's going to fight a bunch of people, and then they're going to become his friends.
Oh, does he meet Yamcha in this?
Yes. Yamcha is introduced in this.
Okay. Is Krillin? I don't remember.
I don't know. I would assume so. Because I've seen the first few episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and he's already there.
There's got to be some placement for these, like, no-name, no-power characters that basically exist for no reason in Dragon Ball Z.
Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu.
I forgot all about Chaozu, that little mime kid.
Yeah. Piccolo gets introduced in this.
Does he?
Yep.
I thought for sure he was DBZ.
Nope. Piccolo is in Dragon Ball.
I can't wait for that. I remember he was a bad guy to begin with.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, my man. My lady. My... Damn it.
Whatever.
Look, I'm not...
Yeah.
But one of those I can say casually. The other one's cringy. All right?
Yeah. Yeah. So... DBZ specifically starts with the Raditz arc. Raditz,
right.
like the first scene of Dragon Ball Z is Raditz landing and killing a farmer.
Just, doing vegetable man things. Fucking radish shit.
Yeah. So anything, like anybody that's introduced up to that before that was in Dragon Ball.
Okay, so I look forward to some of this.
Yeah.
I remember, growing up, I remember like 3 episodes. I remember him meeting Kami and Mr. Popo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember him, I vaguely remember a tournament him being in where Roshi used the Kamehameha the first time.
Uh-huh.
That's about all I got.
Well, there's a lot of episodes to go through.
Yep. Sure are.
I think there are like 100.
Yeah,
Something
actually.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
153.
So, what do you think about these first 3 episodes? Just like, what do you think? What do you think this is? We have in store for us for these first 3 episodes. Just from your impression of these first 3 episodes.
If I was a kid, I'd be hooked right in, and if I was an adult and saw my kid watching this, I'd be like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah, I think that's part of what made Dragon Ball kind of popular as a series is like people kind of grew up with it, you know? Like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, especially in Japan, like Dragon Ball was definitely a kid show.
Oh yeah.
And sort of as the demographic aged up, the show kind of aged up with them and sort of became more mature.
Yeah. I can see that from all the farting and pissing jokes.
Yeah, so I think that's part of why Dragon Ball got so popular.
That's why. It's definitely why I watched it as a kid. I don't remember much of watching it, but I remember thinking it was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought the fight scenes were cool when they happened.
I never watched Dragon Ball growing up. Like, I most of my anime exposure when I was a kid comes from either Miyazaki films or whatever was on Toonami at the time. And Dragon Ball was on a little late for me. So I mostly caught like Inuyasha because that was like the first thing they always started out Toonami with Inuyasha when I was growing up. I have
seen so much of Inuyasha in all in the incorrect order. I have no idea when the fuck anything happens. I just know that X, Y, and Z happen. I just don't know what order they go in.
Yeah. So I mostly watched Inuyasha and Dragon Ball Z because it was on in the morning.
I remember Tenchi Muyo coming on.
And then also Zoids.
Oh, fucking Zoids. I remember that. For me, the major ones I remember, which is Tenchi Muyo, which fucking nobody remembers. And then Yu Yu Hakusho, which actually I was surprised to learn that's pretty big actually.
Yeah. A lot of people really like Yu Yu Hakusho.
I wonder how that holds up.
Also a very Journey to the West style format.
I don't doubt that in the least.
Yeah, a lot of early anime takes a lot of inspiration from Journey to the West for some reason. Like that's kind of the shonen formula. Comes from that. Of like there's a guy who's powerful and he goes on a journey with
is it like, a movie usually, or is it a book?
No, it's like super old Chinese fiction.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't remember how old it is, but it's like I feel like it's at least 16th century.
That's old.
Yeah. But it's also it kind of it's weird because it's also got some of like a little bit of clashes between like Buddhism and Christianity. And some stuff that's definitely like product of whenever that happened, where like, you know, Christian missionaries were coming in trying to spread Christianity. And
what a weird time in Japanese history.
Well, it was Chinese.
History.
Journey to the West is Chinese.
What a weird time in Chinese history.
Yeah. But yeah, it's it's really weird. Like if you like I've never actually read Journey to the West. I've only like heard synopsises and stuff and read about it. But if you look into it, there's a lot of like really prototypical like shonen anime stuff going on in that, because like Sun Wukong is just like a really powerful guy who gets tasked with a quest to go like escort this guy to a place, and along the way he has to fight a bunch of powerful people who become his friends and journey with him.
Do we ever learn? This is a little off topic. Do we ever learn what the heck Pilaf is?
Nope.
Just some blue guy with pointy ears, huh?
Yeah. And there's a dog man.
I remember there being a Garlic Jr. later. I don't remember if that's in the TV show or if that was a movie by itself.
I don't know.
He looked blue too.
Yeah.
He was a blue guy.
Yeah, there are just animal people in like the Dragon Ball world on Earth. Like they just are from Earth. Like they're not human. They're just animal people. And like
It's part of the world, man.
yeah. And like you in certain like they stop like showing that animal people exist until like certain like crowd shots in like Dragon Ball Z where you'll just see like, oh, there's like a dog man in the crowd there.
They're a minority population, I guess.
Yeah, and they like after Dragon Ball, they don't do anything important.
Never even
They're
addressed.
just there. They're just there.
They just exist. We don't even have any badass like dog man fighters or anything.
Yeah.
Oh well. Give it time. Maybe you know what? I know there's a Catman in fucking Super. I've seen him in commercials for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they finally get their
maybe they get their representation finally.
Yep, there you go. Yep, they finally get represented.
Representation for animal people.
Animal people lives matter.
We need more positive role models for animal people, I think.
Yeah. Gotta start putting more TV shows in the universe, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if they ever watch TV. Oh wait, they watch the news.
Yes,
all the time.
They did watch the news.
Yep, for some damn reason.
Yeah. And also remember Bulma watches a romance
Right, she does.
TV show.
And she gets mad when he changes it. I forgot all about that bit. I don't even remember what he changes it.
I'm pretty sure he changes it to like a kaiju movie or something.
Fucking yeah, he does. You know what? I didn't write that down, but now you reminded me of it. Yeah, that is something. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, when they're in the second episode, when they're like sitting down, before they sit down for dinner, she turns on the TV to like a romance show, and she's like fawning over it, and then Goku changes the channel to a kaiju movie, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." And she's like, "Damn it, I was watching that."
I'm gonna eat that friggin' kaiju. Guarantee it. He's thinking.
I'm gonna eat Godzilla.
Yep, he's gonna eat him.
Yeah.
I guess that sums it up.
Yeah. I think that sums up those episodes very nicely.
3 very horny and strange episodes.
Yeah. Anyway, if you like this, you can consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. You can consider donating on Patreon. There's some cool stuff that you can get on Patreon. And that's it. Do you have anything that you want to recommend or plug?
Nah, not right now.
Okay.
Go support your local movements that support like trans rights and people's rights to have abortions.
Hell yeah.
There you
All
go.
right. I don't think we don't have a sign off for this. It's just bye-bye.
Bye.
Alley Cat Blues.